it's me, Sarah. So I'm back. I'm finally gonna do well, I guess it's not really a cooking video because I'm just more or less cutting a lot of vegetables and putting stuff together. But I'm gonna be making shrimp cocktail. Um, it's super yummy. It's a family recipe, and if you like shrimp and you like shrimp cocktail, you will for sure love this recipe. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for the well wishes and the prayers for my tooth conundrum. I'm doing a lot better today. I didn't really get much sleep because I was in a lot of pain, but I'm doing better today. So, anyways, besides that, thanks you guys and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Alrighty, so I am going to show you how to make real, authentic shrimp cocktail that my stepdad taught me how to make. So, first thing I'm going to show you that you need is a 64 fluid ounce, aka 2 quarts of Clamato. Then you are going to need a cup of just regular tomato ketchup. You're going to need some Tapatio, which I'm probably going to use about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. And then we're going to be using a lot of veggies. So the way I wash my veggies is I get a big bowl like this, and I fill it halfway with water, and I put about a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, and I wash all my veggies. I wash my avocados because you never know what has touched the skin, and when you cut it, the knife touches the skin, touches the avocado, and yeah, so you want to wash your avocados too. And I also wanted to show you a way to know that your avocados are ripe without squishing the heck out of them is when you're at the store, you pull out the little stem thing, and if it's green, like the nice avocado green that you want, then that means it's ripe. If it's yellow, it means it's not ripe yet. It's going to be hard. And if it is brown, it means it's overripe and you do not want it. So yesterday I was flinging a bunch of little avocado stems all over the store trying to get good avocados. So for this recipe, I'm going to be using 4 avocados. See how it's the nice avocado green in there? I hope you can see it. But, yeah. And that's still, I got these yesterday and it's still nice and green. So I'm going to be using 2 tomatoes. These are off the vine tomatoes. You can use Roma tomatoes. I like using these because they're sweeter and, yeah, yummier. And I have a bundle of green onions that I washed by soaking them in the apple cider vinegar water, and then you just rinse them with regular water, and then I like to put them in a bowl like this and just leave them up like that so they fully drain. So it's just 1 bundle of green onions, and then you're gonna have to take all the little leaves off, but this is a half a bundle of cilantro that we're gonna take all the leaves off. That can be a tedious task. And 2 cucumbers, which you can tell they aren't as shiny as you usually see them at the store. And it's because I washed them really good and scrubbed all that wax that they put on them off. So no waxy cucumbers. And then the last thing you're going to need is, okay, it's not the last thing, actually. You're also going to need some fresh ground pepper, which I just buy these little McCormick ones. And some sea salts. And then this is what you need. This is the main ingredient. So I got the frozen cooked shrimp shell off, tail on, which obviously we're going to take the tails off because when you're eating it, you don't want to sit there and have to take the tail off of every shrimp. So what I do is I open this, I fill it with water, I shake it around, and then I close it mostly, and I drain the water out. And then I do it again. And then I drain the water out. And because it says that they're cooked and they're rinsed and everything, but you never know. And then, so those were small prawns. And then I also have the baby shrimp, bay shrimp, I guess. And I do the same rinsing process with those, where I open it, rinse it with water, dump it out, rinse it with water, dump it out. That is their version of shrimp cocktail, but you know what? I bet ours is going to come out like 50,000 times better.
Yeah.
Honey. Anyways, so I'm going to get to getting stuff prepared, and I will be right back. Okay, so first of all, if you're making a lot and have a big family like mine, you're going to need a big bowl or a big pot if you don't have any big mixing bowls. Ding! Sorry about that. Okay, so you're going to need that, and set to the side because everything we chop up is going in that bowl. So I'm going to start by chopping up the hardest things first, just to get them out of the way. So I'm going to start with my green onions. Alright, so the way I'm going to cut my green onions is just cut those ends off and try to get them all even. Cut the little roots off, which you know you can put those in water and they will grow new green onions, which I might do with them. Okay, and then I just finely chop them into like that thin of slices. So I'm going to get to it and be back in a second. Okay, so after I chopped my green onions, I made this awesome little thing. So I made a crease in the bottom. I don't know if I can really show it, but like I bent the bottle so it can lay flat without spilling. Yeah, one onion fell through, but whatever. And then you can see that the roots are in the water. I'm going to put them in the window and let them grow new green onions. My son said that it's going to fail and blah, blah, blah. But I've seen it work, so I know it's going to work. Anyways, back to chopping veggies. I'll be right back. Okay, next I'm going to be doing the worst job ever and picking every little leaf off my cilantro. So I will be back in a millisecond. What it will seem like. Be back. Now that millisecond has passed and I did de-leaf cilantro in record time, you want to like try to grab it all together and like roll it. Doesn't always work that way, but you could try. Anyways, you want to chop your cilantro in fine pieces. I do anyways, because I don't like getting giant cilantro pieces stuck on my tongue or the roof of my mouth or in my teeth. So I try and chop them as fine as I can. So once I get mine finely chopped, I will be right back. Okay, so once you've reached this finely choppedness of cilantro, that's how I like it anyways. If you like it bigger, you can do it bigger, of course. It's all up to the consumer. So, but I like mine little, so like I said. But I'm going to finish scooping this up, wipe down my chopping board, and I will be right back. So when I'm making my shrimp cocktail, I like everything to be semi-small, except for the avocados. So I'm just going to show you really fast how small I chop my tomatoes. And it really helps to have them like evenly chopped, so they're all the same size. And it just makes it prettier and more appealing to the eye and just better all around, so you have the same texture and stuff. I don't know, that's how I like it. So if you like bigger chunks, do bigger chunks. So next we're going to do the cucumbers. And I know the healthiest part of a cucumber is its skin, but I don't like it, especially textural wise. If you like it, you can leave the skin on, but I like peeling my cucumbers and then cubing them up. So I'm going to finish peeling these and then show you how I cube them up. Okay, so now that you're done peeling your cucumber, I just like going long ways and doing like a 1/2 inch strips, which can get kind of hard when you're doing the last two. And then after this, you just put them on top of each other and do even size strips, and I try to make my cucumbers the same size that I do my tomatoes. So, like that, and then just flip it around and chop them up. So I'm gonna continue to do this with both my cucumbers. See, nice cute little squares. And I will be right back. My famous scene. So here's how all of our veggies are looking so far. And the last veggies we get to do, or fruit, is our avocados. So I'm going to get to that, and I'll be back in 1 second. Our avocados. So let's see if I picked out good avocados. You definitely want firm avocados, not squishy. Yes, perfect. If anybody has seen Debbie Unleashed, I am going to copy her. Hiya, getting the pit out, because after mentioning last time in one of my videos that I always have nightmares of chopping my hand open trying to get the pit out, I saw that in her video and it cracked me up. And then it also was like, why haven't I been doing that the whole time? So let's see if I have good luck again. Yeah, now I see why she does that. But yeah, if you've never heard of... now I can't get it off. If you've never heard of Debbie Unleashed, you need to check her out. I might edit that part. But so, this is how I cut my avocados. Just be careful you don't push too hard and go through the skin and stab yourself. I like the avocados for my shrimp cocktail to be big pieces. So I'm not going to do the cross hatch pattern. I'm just going to do them in little cubes. So I'll do this one. And then after this one, I will finish up the rest of mine. And I will be done cutting vegetables. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so scooping your avocados, if you tested to see if they're ripe the way that I suggested, you don't have to worry about taking out the little stem thingy. And you want a spoon that's about the same, size as your avocado. So you can get a nice even scoop. And don't worry about breaking up your avocados. Because we're making shrimp cocktail, not avocado soup. So that's why I like to cut them in skin and scoop them nice and evenly, so then it comes out nice and good and nice chunky avocados and not avocado soup. So I'm going to finish scooping all my avocados and I will be back. Also to mention, if you're not as big of a fan of avocados as I am, you don't have to use 4 avocados, but I love avocados, especially in shrimp cocktail. Or if you're a bigger fan, you can always add more, because you can never have too many avocados. They are delicious, especially in shrimp cocktail. So I'm going to finish this, and I will be right back. Okay, so after you've successfully detailed... Oh, that looked like there was a tail still on it. But detailed all your shrimpies and, prawns and gone through all your little bay shrimp to make sure that they really are deveined, which I found about 8 prawns and shrimp that weren't deveined, so I'm glad that I thoroughly went through them. Anyways, I like to take the tails and put them back in the bag, and then the shrimp bag, the bay shrimp bag, I like to put them in a Ziploc bag and seal them before I throw them in the trash, so that way you don't have any funky smells, and you don't have any animals from around the neighborhood searching through your garbage. Because just within the 5 minutes that I was cleaning the shrimp up, I had 2 cats try to come through my window. I am not even kidding. Anyways, that's a good idea to do with the tails, because they get stinky, and if you only have garbage service once a week, yeah, that will get stinky. Okay, so I am going to continue with the shrimp cocktail, and I'll be back in a second. So, as I was saying, we want to make shrimp cocktail, not avocado soup. So we're going to add all the shrimps and have all the veggies in there before we add any liquids, because we want to minimize any unnecessary stirring. So next we're going to add the liquids. Alright, so I don't want to overjuice my shrimp cocktail. I want it to be an even amount of juice versus veggies and shrimp. So for now, I'm going to pour this to where it's about that high. There's about 1.5 cups left in the bottle. And to make sure that the texture is right, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of ketchup first and stir it around and make sure that it's the right texture. Sorry. So I'm going to carefully stir this all around. And once I'm done with that, I will be right back. Okay, so now that it looks nice, and I like the liquid to content ratio, I can't talk today. I can never talk. It has almost enough ketchup. I'm going to add, say, 1/4 of a cup more ketchup. So here's my 1/4 cup of ketchup. I'm going to finish stirring this and be right back. Okay, so after adding 1/4 ketchup, taste it up. Yes, that is like perfect. So now I'm going to add just a little bit of Tapatio. I don't want it like spicy, but I just want it to have a little kick. So that's really not that much Tapatio compared to how much shrimp cocktail we have. If you like it more spicy, add it as much Tapatio as you want. But since I have kids eating it and stuff, I don't usually put that much in. So I'm going to get a clean spoon and taste it again. Yes, this is a really clean spoon. I just washed it. But, so here we go. Okay. Perfect amount of Tapatio, which was probably about 2 tablespoons. Now I'm going to add some finely, it's set on the fine, of ground black pepper. I added probably a tablespoon, maybe a 1/2 tablespoon. I didn't really add that much. So give it another stir. I usually add it all at once to reduce the amount of stirring, but I guess for the sake of the video, I'm doing it separately. And also I haven't made it for a long time, so I just want to ensure that the taste is the taste that I'm going for. So, be right back. Taste it again. That is bomb. Okay, so adding the pepper made it a little more spicy. So I'm just going to add about 1/8 more of ketchup. So time for serving. Yummy. The reason I like having a good liquid to content ratio is that way you don't end up with a bunch of juice and no, shrimp and veggies. And this is my bowl, so I'm giving myself extra avocados because I love them. And I'm starving. I haven't really eaten all day because my tooth has been hurting, but this should be easy for me to eat. Okay, so garnish it with a couple pieces of lemon. Make it look pretty. Traditionally, my stepdad uses saltine crackers, but all I have is Ritz, so that's what I'm going to have to go with. Okay, so I know I've seen better days, but hey, I just had a root canal yesterday, so give me a break. And I'm still, like, not feeling too great. So here's my shrimp cocktail. It's not a very good view of it. I don't want to spill it. I'll get a better picture of it for my thumbnail. That was a creepy smile. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon. And take a bite. I'm excited. So, a bunch of avocado and some shrimpies and That's like the ultimate happy dance. I haven't had the shrimp cocktail since my stepdad made it. Well, my mom made it. But they make it equally the same. And it's delicious. And I can eat it and it doesn't hurt. That is heaven. Okay. I am going to go finish eating. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I hope you guys will try out this recipe because it's absolutely delicious. It's the best shrimp cocktail you will ever have. I guarantee it. Okay, like I wish I had like taste-o-vision because it's that good. Oh my god. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye. learn how to make this delicious shrimp cocktail.